three-dimensional shapes. Geometric shapes are classified into two types, namely two-dimensional shapes and three-dimensional shapes. Two-dimensional shapes have only two dimensions, namely length and breadth, whereas three-dimensional shapes have three dimensions, length, breadth, and height. Let us see some three-dimensional shapes which we see in our daily lives. Sphere. A cricket ball or a football gives us the idea of a sphere. A sphere has one face, no edges, and no vertices. It also has a curved face. Cylinder. The gas cylinder we use in our house to cook is the best example of cylindrical shape. Few more examples are pencil, flute, and Coke cans. A cylinder has two flat and circular faces, one curved face, and no edges and no vertex. Cone. A birthday cap or an ice cream cone are the examples of a cone shape. It can also be seen as Joker's cap or a camp tent. A cone has two faces, one curved face and one plane face. It has one vertex and one edge. It has a plain circular base. Cuboid. A matchbox is the perfect example of a cuboid. Books, notebooks, and bricks are some of the examples of cuboid. A cuboid has 6 faces, 8 vertices, and 12 edges. Cube. A dice or a Rubik cube is the best example of a cube. Cube is a special cuboid which has all sides equal. A cube also has 6 faces, 12 edges, and 8 vertices. Visualizing solid shapes. Solid shapes are the three-dimensional shapes. We have already learnt about these shapes: cube, cuboid, sphere, cylinder, cone, pyramid, prism, and hemisphere. We can classify the solid shapes into two types: shapes with curved surfaces such as cylinder, cone, and sphere, and shapes with flat surfaces. Solid shapes which are entirely made up of flat surfaces are called as polyhedron. The plural of polyhedron is called as polyhedra. Polyhedra are described by the number of faces, edges, and vertices they have. 1. Faces. The polygonal region of any solid is called its face. 2. Line segments common to intersecting faces of a polyhedron are known as its edges. 3. Vertices. Points of intersection of edges of a polyhedron are known as its vertices. Regular polyhedron. A polyhedron is said to be regular if its faces are made up of regular polygons and the same number of faces meet at each vertex. Irregular polyhedron. An irregular polyhedron is made of polygons whose sides and angles are not of equal measure. Let us see some regular polygons one by one. A regular tetrahedron consists of 4 faces. Each face is an equilateral triangle. It has 6 edges, 4 vertices, and at each vertex, 3 edges meet. A regular hexahedron consists of 6 faces. Each face has 4 edges and is a square. It has 12 edges, 8 vertices, and at each vertex 3 edges meet. A cube is also called a hexahedron because it is a polyhedron with 6 faces. A regular octahedron consists of 4 triangles meet at each vertex. 8 faces, 6 vertices, and 12 edges. A regular dodecahedron consists of 3 pentagons meet at each vertex, 12 faces, 20 vertices, and 30 edges. A regular icosahedron consists of 5 triangles meet at each vertex, 20 faces, 12 vertices, and 30 edges.